You know what separates a good restaurant from a truly great one? It's not just the amazing food or the cool decor. Nope. It's an invisible shield, a scientific system that's working behind the scenes to protect you every single time you eat out. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain on that very system.
So what's the real secret sauce to a meal that's perfectly safe? Well, it's a lot more than just a kitchen that looks clean. It's a whole system that was originally designed for, get this, astronauts in space. And it's all built around one simple but powerful idea: stopping problems long before they ever get a chance to start.
Okay, let's dive right in. Every professional kitchen, no matter how shiny and spotless it looks, is basically a battlefield. Seriously, it's a constant war against invisible enemies, where just one tiny slip-up could potentially make a lot of people sick. Now, these threats pretty much come in three main flavors. First, you've got the biological bounties. We're talking bacteria, viruses, that kind of stuff. Then there are the chemical hazards, like if cleaning solution accidentally gets near the food. And finally, the physical dangers, things like a tiny piece of glass or a metal shaving. Yikes. A real safety plan has to be ready for all of them.
But of all those risks, there's one that stands out as the big boss, the #1 villain in any kitchen: cross-contamination. It's just a fancy term for harmful germs hopping from one surface to another. And let me tell you, it can happen in the blink of an eye.
So, picture this. A chef is cutting up raw chicken. Then, using that same knife and board, they start chopping lettuce for a salad. That is a huge no-no. It's literally a recipe for disaster. But a proper safety system stops this cold. They use different colored cutting boards, like red is only for raw meat, green is only for veggies. Plus, they have super strict hand-washing rules for critical moments. It sounds simple, but it is absolutely life-saving. So how do the best restaurants handle all of this with, military precision? Well, they don't just wing it. They use a system, a blueprint for safety, called HACCP. Now, I know that acronym, HACCP, looks a little intimidating, but the idea behind it is just brilliant. It stands for Hazard Analysis Critical Control Points. The best way to think about it is like a fire prevention plan. It's not about putting out fires once they've started. It's about designing the whole kitchen process so a fire can never, ever break out in the first place.
So let's actually break that name down, because it tells you exactly how it works. You start by identifying any potential hazard. Then you analyze it, figure out where it might pop up. Next, you find the critical points in the process where you can control that hazard. And those points are the specific moments where the system puts all its focus. It's a super methodical, step-by-step approach. This entire HACCP system is built on 7 core principles. And these aren't just, friendly suggestions. They are the absolute foundation for creating a kitchen that's truly safe. So let's take a look at what they are.
These 7 rules are basically the holy grail of food safety. It all starts with that hazard analysis, literally brainstorming everything that could go wrong. Then you pinpoint those critical control points we just talked about. After that, you set clear, hard limits, like a minimum cooking temperature. Then comes monitoring. How do you check that temperature every single time? And if you miss it, you need corrective actions ready to roll. Finally, you have to verify the whole plan is working and keep meticulous records to prove it. It's a complete 360-degree system. And if there's one principle that's the real heart of the whole thing, it's #2, finding those critical control points, or CCPs. Think of the food prep process like a chain. The CCPs are the specific links that if they break, the whole chain fails. So you focus all your energy on making those few links totally unbreakable. Get those right, and the rest of the system just clicks into place. And here's a perfect real-world example of #3, defining crucial limits. A great kitchen doesn't just guess when chicken is cooked, no way. They have a non-negotiable rule that chicken must reach an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not some random number. It's the scientifically proven temperature that completely destroys salmonella. It's about taking out the guesswork and actively protecting every single customer. But here's the really cool part. A HACCP plan isn't just a safety shield. It creates this amazing ripple effect of business benefits that you, the person eating the food, can actually see and taste. This table lays it all out. When a restaurant system cuts down on food spoilage, yeah, it saves them money, but what does it mean for you? It means you get fresher, higher quality ingredients on your plate. And when a kitchen runs like a well-oiled machine thanks to these efficient practices, your service is smoother and faster. And for me personally, it all builds confidence. I'm way more likely to trust and go back to a place that I know is this dedicated to getting things right. So, let's wrap this all up. It's pretty clear that a HACCP plan is so much more than just a rule book sitting on a shelf. It's really a fundamental promise a restaurant makes to every one of its customers.
It's a promise that they've thought through every single part of their operation, from start to finish. It's their way of saying, we will do everything in our power to make sure the food that reaches your table is not only delicious, but completely 100% safe.
And this quote really hits the nail on the head. A HACCP plan is proof of due diligence. Now, that's kind of a legal term, but what it really means is that the restaurant is actively and responsibly taking every step necessary to protect you. It's their commitment to excellence made real. So I'll leave you with this. The next time you're out enjoying a fantastic meal, just take a second to think about the incredible amount of science and discipline that went on behind the scenes. It's this whole invisible system, this quiet promise, working tirelessly just to make that perfect moment possible for you.